This is China's folklore of immortal cultivation. Is this a mysterious power from the Oriental? Oh darling, don't be afraid. It's just the tip of the iceberg. Chinese mysterious powers go far beyond this. This, and this. Just kidding. We still should believe in science, okay? With the overseas popularity of Chinese fantasy web novels, games, and TV dramas in recent years, the concept of immortal cultivation has become extremely popular. To be honest, people overseas are probably more familiar with that than I am. Almost all fantasy web novels in the xianxia genre, including their background, worldview, techniques, and realms, are set against the backdrop of traditional Chinese culture. The concept of cultivation has a history of several thousand years in China. After all, which civilization has not pursued immortality? So, how do we cultivate to be immortal in China? In the early pre-Qin period, the concept of immortals emerged, and the paths to become immortals were diverse. Some secluded themselves in mysterious mountains. Some sought elixirs, some practiced risk control, and some sought achievements and careers. Some focused on dietary supplements, and there were even those who were dedicated to the dual cultivation and the yin and the yang in intimate matters. Well, let's not delve into that one. Unsurprisingly, after a few hundred years, these methods were either too difficult or ineffective. Cultivators began to reevaluate. Elixirs were nowhere to be found, so why not we make them on our own? Therefore, after the Han Tang dynasties, the method of alchemy through ingesting and refining medicinal herbs became popular. Medicinal pills gradually evolved from dietary supplements to alchemy. The result, as you can imagine, was not ascending to immortality, but rather descending to the afterlife. These persistent cultivators began re-evaluating again. What went wrong must be the tools or ingredients. We cannot produce immortal pills, but humans are created by heaven and earth, and human body is the best tool, and tea is the best ingredient. Isn't cultivating innate than inner alchemy better? Coincidentally, Taoism flourished and integrated external alchemy theories with pre-Qin internal cultivation practices. This gave rise to a complete system of cultivating immortality, including the immortals of 5 classes, success of 3 grades, and theories of alchemy. By this time, cultivating immortality was no longer as simple as becoming an immortal. It had been divided into 5 stages. These 5 stages have also evolved into the cultivation progression levels in modern xianxia web novels. In addition to Taoism myths, there are also some folk legends about cultivation methods. So feel free to add more in the comments if you know any.
Staying up late.
Who said that? In conclusion, China's immortal cultivation system, from its theory to its practice, is highly intricate and profound. This episode won't go into all the details and those indescribable mysterious forces that exist during this cultivation process. Well, I believe in them. In summary, different from other mystical concepts of ascension, in China, you can cultivate at any time. Different from the absolute divine rule in the West, in China, everything can cultivate to be immortals, including but not limited to humans. Life itself is a type of cultivation, and for the Chinese, cultivating immortality is more of a philosophy than superstition. Cultivation aims to refine yourself, and immortality is more of an optimized goal for the result of cultivation.